Does this preamp, the Revolt Bass DI, does it have what it takes to be my go-to preamp? Does it have what it takes to be in my travel rig? And are cab simulations a waste of time? Disclaimer, I am not paid for this review. This is not a paid review. However, they sent me the DI to try out. I've seen some of their cab simulation stuff in a lot of the newer Ashdown gear, but I've never actually had a chance to play through one of these. And I've got a current artist who's got a lot of more like 50s and Motown, Northern Soul vibes going on, a lot of Elvis swing. That's where this came from. Reason I'm telling you this is because I want to be fully transparent. I said to them, I need to be able to be fully honest with my opinions. So this preamp, it's got an actual tube in it, in the preamp section. It's got a clean channel that is based on an Ampeg SVT6. Now it's got a really lovely warmth. So to give you an idea, I didn't work this out for a while. You press both the clean and dirt channel together and it will take it to bypass. This is direct, just the bass bypassing the preamp, going straight into the interface. And now let's kick in the clean channel. I've got a little bit of a bass boost. So you can hear there's a lovely warmth to it. Now I'm going to kick in the cab simulation, which is again an Ampeg 8x10. Now you should be able to hear there's a bit more warmth, there's a bit more weight. It's almost as if you're standing a little bit away from the cab. But what's really cool is when you can blend the two. One thing you can do with the cab simulation is when you've got the cab simulation on, it will go out the DI channel, so the DI out the back of the Revolt, and the out channel that you can see the black lead with the pink coming out of here, that will never have the cab sim. So you can send that out and it will have the preamp but not the cab simulation applied to it, and then DI channel will have the cab sim, and then your sound engineer or you yourself or producer can blend the two sounds. So there you go. So you can hear the sound. I really like the warmth that I get from it. This pedal does well for Motown vibes as well. So right now the cab sim is still on. I'm gonna go full tone. So there's a proper nice warmth that you can get out of this. Now, if you're just doing modern gospel and R&B, you probably don't need this pedal. If you've got something like Mark Bass or GK already, this pedal probably isn't going to add to that sound that you really like more so than what you've already got. What is good is that you can get a really old school tone out of it. If you do more stuff with Motown and that side of things, this is a great pedal to have in your arsenal, but especially if you're doing CCM. Now, if you're doing CCM church music and just lots of gigs that have a variety of styles, this is where this pedal really kicks in. And this will be useful for everyone that's not playing in church too, because I'll use one song to kind of demonstrate the different sounds that you can get out of it. So there's a song called Rattle by Elevation Music, and there's the kind of chorus is something like, then we go to the super drive setting. Well, the modern drives, this can get you some really heavy stuff, but if you're doing a mix of heavier stuff with some more soulful stuff in there, this is a beautiful combination. You won't need a drive pedal if you've got this. The dirt channel and the drive channel, they share this EQ, and then they've got separate gain and volumes. So let's maybe take up the treble and mids and cut the boost for some of you guys that are going to be into that sort of sound. Me personally, I prefer a sound with a lot more bass and then keep everything else pretty flat. It's got a really nice weight to it without being too much. And then if we push the gain, we can get pretty nasty. The dry wet that you've got here only applies to the modern drive. It doesn't do anything on the dirt channel. So when we go to this drive channel, we get some really heavy stuff. Now there are plenty of songs where that's going to be really helpful, and you've got 3 kind of levels of it. Now if I really push the gain, you can hear the kind of limits or extremes. Fully wet. Very meaty, but I prefer it about here and bring the dry wet mix right down to about halfway. One really good thing about this pedal, which I don't know why more pedal makers don't do, maybe it's a cost thing, is unlike Line 6, who are responsible for probably the worst power cables that we've seen. I don't know anyone that's had a Line 6 HX stomp or helix and the cable hasn't broke because it's so thin. It's actually the bass and transformer in it gets powered by a kettle lead or IEC cable. So what that means is when you're moving countries or playing abroad and stuff, what it will do is it will automatically switch the voltage, and you just need an IEC cable for whatever country you're in and you'll be good to go, because you never know when something's going to happen. You forget and an adapter stops working or a fuse goes and then you're stuck. But with this, that means wherever you are, you're going to easily find alternative power supplies should anything go wrong. But again, that's why a lot of people build the pedal boards with the bigger power blocks to try and circumvent some of those problems. Oh, we need to see, does it slap? For many of you that follow this channel, it's not complete if you can't get a decent slap tone out of it. Bear in mind, I'm on a P style bass right now and we're in passive, so I'm just on the P pickup. So it's going to be a different tone to the jazz bass tone that you're used to, but just direct in. Now let's kick in the clean pre. Ooh, already getting that warm. So yes, is the answer. It does slap. Can you get pedals more suited to that? Absolutely. But if you're playing a wide variety of styles, from more R&B to soul, to pop, to rock, to punk, to more driven worship, this is a great all-rounder. Would I spend my money to replace my Aguilar Tone Hammer preamp on it? Probably not. But the Tone Hammer, I can't use the AG circuit on it. Honestly, the drive on it, I don't like it. I prefer to use a separate drive anyway for when I do need it. If I didn't have one, this is a very strong contender. So if I did enough variety of music or lent more on the CCM sides of things, I'd probably choose this over the Aguilar just because I got a few more options. It's a much more versatile setup. Take that with a pinch of salt, you know? I think I prefer the overall sound of the Aguilar, but this is a much more versatile tool for me that I can use. And with the cab sim and the two sends that you can blend, it makes it a really versatile tool for live use in multiple situations. Now, another thing to show you will be the Genome software, where you can try out different cab simulations and stuff, which you can do regardless of what preamp you've got. Guys, let me know. I'm going to do a head-to-head with the Aguilar preamp just to give you an idea of the sort of stuff we can do. If there's anything else you want me to compare it with, let me know. Would you replace your preamp with this? If you don't have a preamp and you're looking for an extra piece of gear for other options, is this on your Christmas list? Is this on your birthday list? Let me know in the comments below.